Well, this is where we left off. That's 1 and 2. Now we're going to work on 3 and 4. So the one thing about this is that you're going to be able to see what's on this page. And I want to do some progression to red, but I don't want to do a smack in your face red. Let me show you, like this. I don't want to do that. I want to kind of progress to it. So I'd rather do a you know, a softer, well, that's okay, but it's a little too much like this, so it's kind of like this, then this again. I don't want to go there. I want it to definitely be something different. There's this, and that's too boring for that, I think, because you want it to look really, really cool. And again, that goes back to that's that. So let's see. This I like, but it still doesn't lead into me getting into some reds. So, and this is the only brown I have, so I'm kind of got something in mind for that. Let's see. Oh yeah. How about, okay, now this gives me a little bit of red. This gives me not quite as light as this, still working with some greens in here. Let's see. Well, I have 3. Let me see what size this is. Okay. Oh, 4 3/4. So if I were to do, 4 1/2 with a black piece of paper and 4 1/4 on this, how about if I did a waterfall? No black. I think I'll just do a waterfall with these. And it's 8 1/2, so I can cut, and these are 8, so I can cut this at 7, let's see, 6, 7. Let's do 7 1/2. So if I cut these at 7 1/2, that would make that 7. And that would give me 1, 2. That would give me 1 inch when you're putting the little 1/2 inch pieces down. You know, the flip. When you put that down, that takes a 1/2 inch, and then you butt up the next one, and that takes a 1/2 inch, and then you butt up the next one, and so you've got 1 inch that you're having to move the papers down. And I want 1/4 inch on the top, and then I'll have the first one, and then I'll have the second one, and then I'll have the third one, and it will be 7 inches long. So that will only be to there. First one down, second one down, first one down would be there and there. So if I made them 7 and, no, that would be to here. So if I made them 7.5, I didn't cut them because they're 8 inches. They're 8 inches long. So if I didn't cut them and I left them, left 1/4 of an inch and 1/2 an inch to 1/2 an inch, so that's 1, 2, and then this one, so that's 1.25 inches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.25. So yeah, they need to be 7 inches, and that will give me 1/4 of an inch down at the bottom. So I need to cut these at 7.5. I'll cut that off anyway. And I don't think I want to use this twice, but I will use this first. So I'm going to do, let's see, I can do 4.5, and that's going to give me a little bit more of the paper when you put a picture down. So I'm going to do 4.5 by 7.5. But I think I'm going to do this, this, and then this side. Yeah. Okay, so let's try that. Cutter. Put this aside. All right, so 7.5. And save these little pieces, because if you're going to do a little trim or something, or, I mean, not that this one would work because it's going to be too short, but if you were going to put, you know, something down on your gussets, little strips is all you'll need. So, you know, just keep that in mind when you're looking at what you're going to do with all those little pieces. Okay, and then we're going to do this at 4.5. This isn't super strong paper, so I'm just wondering if I should put this on some black. But if I do, I'm going to do the black at 7 and put this at 6.5 and do my edge. And then that would make me do this at 4.25 and this at 4.5. I'm hoping that makes sense to you. And I don't know where this paper came from. That is not the paper I'm using. That's one piece. I'm going to go ahead and, let me think. I will get 2. Huh. I don't have any more 12 by 12 because that would make the most sense. But anyway, so I will go ahead and cut this paper. Oh, this is so thick. Okay. So I'm going to do this at 4.5. Oh no, wait a minute. I think first, don't really need to use paper that is this thick for this. I think I have somewhere in here. Let's see. yes, I have some lighter paper, and that's what I'm going to use instead of that thicker stuff. And let's see. This is 12 inches. But first, I am going to take this yeah, because I remember trying to do it on that thicker stuff, and I had to really hurt myself. Okay, I have a video on how to do this. I don't, however, have a video on how to do the corners with this, the Martha Stewart corners. This is the first one that I've ever purchased, that I purchased the set with the corner. And so I've really not done much with these other than stamp them out to use larger the larger snowflakes. So maybe we'll find something that we can do that with, and see if I can figure out how to work it. Work it, baby. Now, I'm not going to sit here and make you guys watch all of this, so let me got this one side done, and I'm going to get this done, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I kind of did it this way to because I'm going to have the paper come right above this, and that way I've got these in the you know, keep them going throughout the book. Okay, so I need to cut this down by, so it was 7.5 by 4 1/4. So let's get this now that I can measure with my little flunchies here at 7.5. That was correct, right? 7.5, and then I was going to cut that down to 7 1/4. No, this, yeah, because this was going to be 7.5 was folded, which means this is 7. 7.5. So I actually want to make this 7 1/4, which is what I've got it on. No, 7.5. Ooh, I almost cut that at the wrong spot. So I need yeah, I need it to be 7, so I need to put this on 7.5. There. Hope that's right. Now I need this one to be at 7. There we go. So let's see. Yeah, see, no, it's going to have to be a 1/2 inch shorter. So let's do it at 6.5, and I think we'll have it just fine. If not, we'll do it a little bit shorter. But then the 4x6 photo, and I gotta cut this down to 4 1/4. That way we still are gonna have a nice 4x6 photo easily put on here. There we go, with a nice border. Okay. Or on this one, they can cut it so that they can, you know, get some of the fancy stuff. They can put a piece here. I don't know, you know, or some people will leave the top one and then put it underneath. So, because they can journal on this if they're so inclined to do. And then this will have just like that. Very good. Okay, so this was 4 1/4. This is 4 1/2. Right. This was 4 1/4. This was 4 1/4. So this has to be 4 1/2. I didn't get that, but let's just do it this way. 4 1/2. There we go. 4 1/2. Where's scissors? Scissors! Scissoroonies. Scissors. Oh, here they are. In my box. Okay. And 4 1/2. And we're not going to have those two. Huh. Save this for something. Okay, I need one more. Where did I find that? Where did I find that paper? Oh. Let's see, did I have any? I got a piece here. No, this is all much thicker. No. Okay. One more piece. This is why I like to have some thinner and thicker papers, because and I need to do this. I need to do my, because of you know, sometimes this paper is much thinner than the paper I'm using, so it needs to be put on cardstock. However, and this is it did not need to go on as thick a cardstock as the page is, so this is good for this. And we'll have one, and we'll have it right there because this is going to be a 1/2 inch flipped over. And then we'll have the green one, and that's just going to look really cute on there. And then we'll have this one, but this side of it, not the one with the tree. And the tree will just be left for something else. Anyway, okay, so let me get one more of these done. And I'm just going to make a little mark here so I don't go crazy and get as far. Yes. Okay, and then we're going to go this way. There we go. Okay. Now, this is 4 1/2 this way. There we go, and anytime you got a little piece, just snip her off. Okay, so there's that, and then we're gonna take this to 7.5. And now, let's see, where, where did I put my little scoring board? Instead of bringing my big scoring board down, I want to pull my little scoring board. Here it is. Oh man, I tell ya. Now we're going to put this here. And I want the top surface that when you punch, you can kind of tell where you punched down and the part that was the bottom of the punch. It's just a little rougher. So you want the part that was facing up when you did the punch to be up now, because you always fold onto the mountain. There we go. Yes. And make sure you're lining up and it's going along the grooves on both the top and the side. And then you're scoring at the half mark. There we go, and one more. Okay, so I've got these cut. Now I need 2 more of these cut. Get back to this. We're going to do 4 1/4. I've already forgotten, 6 1/2. Okay. And now this, I want this side. So we're going to do 4 1/4. If you ever start pushing and it doesn't want to cut right away, lift your arm up, get your cutting blade off of the paper, and then put it down just past where it won't cut, and then cut back on itself, and then try it. Because a lot of times, especially on the thinner paper, you'll pick up and you'll see where it's just drug it through and bunched it all up, and you don't want to do that, because then you've got a piece of paper you can't use. So if you are doing that and it won't go, lift and pull it past and go the other way, and then come back. Okay, it's just another little tip there for you. Okay, put this back over here, picture out of the way, put my scoreboard out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to adhere these down, but first I want to do a little bit of, I'm getting a bad blade, I guess. I'm going to have to switch them out. If you ever notice your blades mine I can't flip because it just doesn't work the other way. But sometimes on the, like the Fiskars, you can flip them, and because sometimes you'll find that you tend to do up or down more than the other way, and your blade might still be tighter or sharper doing a different direction than the other. Okay, so now I'm going to just ever so lightly give this a little bit of a black edge to kind of finish it out. Don't really want it more than just on the edge. There we go. It's going to look super. Yeah, I can't stand all these little BBs, little bits. The duller your blade, the thicker your paper is. Well, let's see. The thinner your paper is, the sharper the blade needs to be. Okay? That's why you save your dull blades to cut chipboard or thicker paper. But it won't cut thick cardstock really well if it's super dull. But the duller your blade is, the worse it does on thinner paper. So if you deal with thinner paper, you probably go through a lot more blades. Although the thinner paper dulls your blades less quickly, I think, than the thicker paper does. So there you have it. The money you're saving on the thinner paper, I guess, you can put into blades. Okay, so that's going to be super cute, and then when it flips over, there's going to be the black on the back, and that they can put another picture there, and it's just going to be a black picture. It's just going to be, you know, black around it, which is totally fine with me. If I end up with a ton more paper left, I can come back and do that. I just don't think I'm going to have a ton of paper left, but anyway. So now I'm going to pull this back over and start this process here. Let's see. Let's see. Where do well, this is pretty thin paper, so I'm just going to use this. I was kind of surprised with the Seven Gypsies paper, that this is the Christmas Seven Gypsies paper, how thin it is. Now I don't recall what year that Christmas paper was from, but I was kind of surprised. Let's just, come on. There we go. I missed one little stinking little piece of paper here. Driving me nuts! Okay. Sometimes I tend to be a perfectionist. Okay, so now I'm going to stick this back here. And I wanted this to be about 1/4 inch down from the top. And let me just make sure that if I stick that there, stick that, yeah, that's going to be good. Okay. So, let's just get this 1/4 inch from the top, and you want to make sure you're really getting this nice and straight. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. I don't think I need this now. See, now the second one is going to be that got kind of ripped. I'm going to see if I can just, oops, just catch the end of that and just glue it. There. And here we go. I'm going to butt this right up to this. Perfect. Okay. And then lastly we have sorry, I'm just putting glue on and I noticed I'm doing it out of bounds there. Just kind of centering this up and getting it ever so slightly right above the little snowflakes. And that looks just a smudge crooked. There we go. And then we'll put some glue on here. Oops. Goodness. Come on. Stay on the paper. Alright. And then lay these down, see how we're doing. Very nice. Didn't get quite as low as I wanted it to, but I'm not totally unhappy with it either. I don't have room for one more though, so I'm not going there. But there we go. And that looks very pretty. Huh. Now for this section here though, I am going to have to put something here. And I'm going to come back to that because I'm not sure what I will want to do. I might get myself out another piece of this paper and use the back side It's just so that I'm the same. And I would cut it the same size as this and put it over this and just bring it down. That's what I would do with that. Okay, now for this, I want to pick up this red over here. You know, this thing's sitting there staring at me. It's the same, it's just, you know, same pattern. And then, let's see. Let's see. It's a little too much pattern. Okay, so I'm liking this. I'm liking this here. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to pull this I've got that right where I'm going to want it. So I'm going to come here with my pencil, which is somewhere. Yeah, baby. I don't know where my pencil is. Where my pencil is. And this is a black marker, so I don't know if it'll show up. Well, yeah, it will. Okay, and I'm just putting a dot right on the paper. So now I know that if I cut, I'm going to have this length. I'm going to cut it all the way across, and then I'll have a whole nother sheet of paper that's already cut, and I can stick it on any of these pages. So let's move this out of the way. And I got to keep on the lookout for my pencil. And I'm going to line up my little dot. Yeah, I have got to change. Next time I put you guys on pause, I'm going to get myself out another blade, because that one is just way beyond. Yeah, leave it right here. Now we're going to pull the book back. I don't think, no. Okay, so got this going this way. I've got it where I want it, but I'm going to pull it down just a little bit, but I've got it where I want it. And it is down, all the way down the same, all the way down. Take my little marker and put a little dot. Okay. So a faint little dot. See, it is cutting better coming down than going up for me. Yeah, I guess I could, boy, I tell ya, I'm losing everything. I guess I could just, there we go. That's a little better. I'm gonna take and edge my paper. Now I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with this. we go. Okay. So, got the... Well, I know another thing I've got to do is probably put something that's going to hold those down. I probably should have thought of that before I glued all the paper down. Oh well, we'll figure that out. Okay, I was talking about some kind of closure for this. You know, like if I was going to have a magnet, if I was going to have something come up, and then I would probably have put a magnet in between this top page and the black page. But I'll figure something else out. Maybe I'll put a little ribbon with a magnet closure just over here. Something cute. Maybe like with a button or something. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, back to this now. What do I want to do here? What do I want to do here? Let's see, I've got a flip page already this way. I've got those little flippy things up that way. This can just be, let's see what it's going to be. Where to put my picture? Where to put my picture? Oh, for heaven's sakes. There it is. It fell in between. Yeah, okay, so we can put a picture here. We still have this much space, so we can play with the picture anywhere we want. And if this throws you off, flip it over. You're just dealing with the size. Okay. Let's see. Now, we're working on 3 and 4. And before I forget, I need to get, there's 3, so that's for this page. And 4 is for the other one. Let's see, where are you? 14, 12, 9. Well, I know there's a 4 in here somewhere. There it is, spelled out. That's why it wasn't coming to me. Okay, is there anything else I want to do on this? Let's see. That might be interesting. Day number 4. No. If it was day number 3. Put that back. Ha ha ha. It's anything else in there? I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. I don't want any of those in there. And I don't... So where's all them stickers? Where's all them stickers at? Let's pull these funky sticker sheets out and see what we've got. See what we've got here. Can you, let's see, I'm looking here. I'm thinking I'd like to have a little cluster of something over in a corner. So I didn't know if there was something cutesy here I could grab. I don't know if I like the light bulbs or not. No, nothing there. What else do I have, pray tell? Where are all my little stickers from the collection? All my stickers from the collection are not right here. Ha! No, those are not it. Holy Hannah, I am so not together. Okay. I could use... Well, I think later on I will come back and see about putting something, you know, as a little, something that the picture will be able to tuck in under, but I think I like this right here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go with this. First thing I'm going to do is peel off the paper backing, and I'm going to go ahead and leave this leave it, yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it. Lord, I think it's too late tonight apparently. I think I need to just go to bed. My words are not coming. Okay, so I'm going to slide this underneath here like I had it. There we go. And then I'm going to put this down. Let's see. Just want to kind of get the upper part. No, I can get all of this down because there's plenty. If you can glue it down all the way, glue it down all the way, because, you know, then you're just for sure not going to have it popping off at some point. I want my lines to be straight. Good. And I've got my picture there, and I've got room to stick something here. That's what I'm looking for. And then I'm going to put some adhesive on my number 3. And flip her around and set her down right about here. There. cute. All right, now we'll get this on this page. Okay. Oops, hold on. There we go. All right, guys, so there is 3 and 4, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. Let's see. Get this number 4 down. Because you get your picture and you can center it. So maybe, well, now what I do is just do with my 4. See, I need to go to bed. What I just do with my number 4? Okay, there it is. So either centering it or pulling it down. Yeah, I could just put it right there and just glue it on to that. If I center it, that would be even better. Maybe put it over here, but no, keeping it out, keeping the thicker stuff out of that is better. Or I can even, no, it needs to be up on this top one. And I actually, if I stick it right there, but don't put the whole thing down, I will still be able to center. And this did not get the black done on it, so let me get that done. And I do think that I will take the thickness off of this one because of it being on this paper. I think I'll take the thickness off just so it kind of, on this one I'll have it blend in a little bit more. But having the black edges. Okay, so I'm just going to stick my finger right in behind. Come on. There we go. Slowly do it. There we go. Now, since I did it that way, I'd say, let me find, let's back it on a little cardstock. There we go. Good. Scissors. Scissors. Okay, and right for this, if you have some release paper or something, because I've got the little holes in my, I'm going to cut this little, I don't know if you can see this little piece right here from, I'm just going to cut that off so I'm not messing around with it. Now I'm just going to put glue on the bottom half of this so that the top half can still have the picture stuck underneath it. But I don't want the glue to go through and glue on the other side. And if I get this little corner from this page sticking out, it's going to make this stand out even more so that people don't miss it. Okay? So you'll still be able to slide your photo in there. But it's the fourth day. And that way you'll have all of that. Okay guys, there's 3 and 4. We'll be back for more.